You ever bump your head really hard and think, oh man, I just lost some brain cells? Well, let's get into it. Engaging in certain habits or activities can potentially contribute to brain damage or negative impacts on brain health. It's important to note that the severity of the impact may vary, and some factors can be more harmful in excess. Here today, talking about 6 habits that, when done in excess or without proper precautions, can be detrimental to your brain health. You want to keep that thing healthy, right? Let's get into it. The first one I want to talk about, an epidemic in society, is sleep neglect. You love sleep, right? Skimping on sleep isn't just a recipe for grogginess or being cranky the next day. It's a silent saboteur of brain health. Chronic sleep deprivation shrinks brain regions, crucial for memory, learning, and decision-making. Think of it as putting your brain on autopilot. Not exactly the recipe for peak performance. Number 2, sugar rushes and crashes. That sugary donut this morning might have had you temporary energy and boosted you up there for a little bit, but the crash that follows is like a mini earthquake in your brain. Spikes and dips in your blood sugar that feed your brain impairs cognitive function, memory, and even your mood. I'm sure you've seen this in your friends. Think of it as a roller coaster ride for your neurons, and not the good kind. Number 3, the silent threat of air pollution. Turns out, who'd have thought the air you breathe in impacts the air that you think with? Traffic fumes and industrial pollutants carry microscopic particles that can infiltrate your brain and trigger inflammation, potentially contributing to cognitive decline and neurodegenerative diseases. I'm just saying, if you open a can of paint and you're smelling that all day, that's in your lungs, in your blood, and now it's in your brain. Think of it as putting smog in your thinking engine. It's not necessarily ideal, if you get what we mean here. Number 4, social media scroll-a-thons. Doom scrolling. While staying connected is great, getting sucked into endless social media rabbit holes can actually shrink your brain's gray matter. Your brain's getting smaller on social media. The constant bombardment of information and stimuli overloads your system, reducing your ability to focus and to concentrate. Think of it as mental information overload. Your brain gets too full and can't function properly. It starts actively ignoring things. Imagine it like this. You have a scoop of ice cream in a bowl. Awesome, that works. Put another scoop in. Awesome, that works. Put another scoop in. Put another scoop in. Put another scoop in. Put another scoop in. You're going to lose some ice cream. You're going to lose content and information. You're not going to be able to hold on to it all. Your brain is the bowl. Ice cream scoop number 16 is social media. Number 5. Head-to-head with your tech. Hunching over your phone or laptop all day isn't just bad for your posture. If you just sat up, you should know it also restricts blood flow to your brain. This can lead to headaches, fatigue, and even cognitive decline in the long run. Think of it as cutting off the oxygen supply to your brain. Not exactly sustainable for peak thinking. That's why science is saying, hey, it's good to get up every now and then, get new blood back into your system. My recommendation is, if you can do this, put your screen up to eye height level. Don't be hunched down, looking down at your own stomach where your phone sits. So if you have your phone in your hand. Honestly, the first time I did this, I just got a brick, a literal cinder block, and put it underneath my screen to get it up high level so I was looking straight forward instead of down all the time. We've improved since there, but man, it was ugly, but it felt great for my neck. Number 6, the loneliness epidemic. Social isolation isn't just a bummer, it can actually shrink your brain too. This one's going to hit hard. Human connection, people to people, is vital for maintaining cognitive function, even one-on-one time, and emotional well-being too. Lack of social interaction can actually lead to depression, anxiety, and even dementia. Think of it as your brain going into hibernation mode, and not the cozy kind. Remember, your brain is the most precious asset that you have. These habits might seem harmless in small amounts, but the long-term impact of the cognitive health you have can be significant. Prioritize for yourself sleep. You love that stuff, right? Manage your sugar intake. Breathe clean air. Disconnect from the digital world. Improve your posture and nurture your social connections. Your brain will thank you for it. And speaking of things that you might enjoy, Here at Only a Few Minutes, we just posted a video on the 8 qualities of people who talk less that you might have admiration for. Check out that video. Here's a bonus tip for your brain health. It is recommended that you get moving. Regular exercise promotes blood flow to the brain. Think about it. You're a giant sponge. Your brain's a sponge. And it boosts cognitive function by squeezing the blood out of the brain, and then it allows it to absorb new nutrient-rich, oxygen-rich blood back in. And it protects against neurodegenerative diseases too. So lace up your shoes, hit the gym, grab a squash racket or whatever you're into. Simply take a brisk walk will work too. Your brain will be happier you did. Take care of your brain, and it'll take care of you. Thanks for watching.